Going to stick with a baseball theme today with the green list, as Hembo has put together the top 5 offensive seasons. And since it would be no fun if we just had Barry Bonds 5 times, it is the top 5 offensive seasons since Barry Bonds. Hembo?
That's right. So I'm not taking into account any defense, any base running, any team success or lack thereof. I only looked at what you did in the batter's box. That is the only criteria that I had for this top 5. We're going to start with number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Bryce Harper in 2015. That was really the season in which he delivered on the promise of that prodigious talent. He had a .460 on-base percentage, slugged .649, and a batting line that just lapped the field. Gabe, that season, Harper's OPS was more than 100 points higher than anyone else in baseball. It was really the season in which Bryce Harper was firmly planted on the map as one of the faces of the sport, and someone that we had known for many, many years was very likely to become that.
At age 22 season is when he's doing that. Just so incredibly young, fulfilling that promise, I think, relatively early. Because, again, you think about a 19, 20, 21-year-old in the majors, they're not fully there in terms of their strength and everything developing. So for him to do what he did and for him to be on this list from his age 22 season is pretty special.
Yeah, remarkable season he had. So that was number 5 at Bryce Harper in 2015.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Miguel Cabrera in 2013. This was not his Triple Crown season. That was the year before. I think Cabrera was even better the following season. He led the major leagues in average, on base, and slug. No one had done that since Barry Bonds in 2002. No player in the American League had done that since George Brett in 1980. And no righty had done that since Josh Gibson in 1939. When Miguel Cabrera was at the peak of his powers, he was genuinely one of the best right-handed hitters this game has ever known.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Albert Pujols in 2009. This is an insane season, Gabe. 45 doubles, 47 homers, 115 walks, 44 of them were intentional. And he struck out 64 times in 160 games. This is probably my favorite Albert Pujols season for that reason. 64 strikeouts against 115 walks.
Number 2.
Number 2 is Aaron Judge in 2022. 62 homers, most by any player in a season not connected to performance-enhancing drugs. That season, Gabe, no one else hit more than 46. He was plus 16. He also had 391 total bases that season. That was 66 more than any hitter in baseball. That was one of my favorite seasons ever. The way that the country rallied around Aaron Judge, the way that the Maris family was there to watch him break that record was an extraordinary thing. Obviously, there are any number of ways to demonstrate how great he was that season, aside from that home run total. But that number, in and of itself, 62, is enormous and is a season that will obviously more than stand the test of time.
How was he only intentionally walked 19 times that year?
Number 1.
And number 1 is Aaron Judge right now. 2024 Aaron Judge is the best hitting season since Barry Bonds. Right now, it's a .465 on-base percentage. The league is on-basing .313. It's a .722 slug. The league is slugging .401. Gabe, his batting line is on pace to be the best by any hitter since Barry Bonds in '04. Best by any righty since Josh Gibson in 1943. And best by any American League player since Babe Ruth in 1923. We are witnessing history at its finest. Every single day, we have the opportunity to turn on the TV or go down to Yankee Stadium and see Aaron Judge do something that might well wind up in the Hall of Fame someday. He has cemented himself as truly one of the greatest hitters of all time and is enjoying a stretch and is enjoying a season for the ages.